Hello everyone, welcome in, happy December. I am doing this video December 1st. I know it is December 2nd. And I want to finish out our little Elizabeth planner box. This we left off, this is December's part. But then I remembered I've got a Grabie Advent calendar. So maybe before we do this, let's do the Grabie Advent calendar. We've got the 24 days of Advent calendar joy here. So I have a funny feeling this is very artist themed. And if it is going to be my last Grabie Advent calendar because I am more of a crafter, not an artist. So we'll see. It depends on what is inside of this. Comes in this bag. See that? With handles. Don't know what I'll ever be doing with that. But there's a bag, and then it comes, instead of like a book, it comes, it's weird how this is. How is this? What? How does this work? Okay, so, well, maybe if I tip it the right way, I'll be able to figure this out. It's weird. This, I don't know what this does. It opens up like a theater piece or something? I don't know. I don't think that's not... Maybe you put whatever in here in that. And then it's got this slide. This is what it is. Oh my gosh, this is too bizarre. Too much work for me. Yeah, I guess you put your pieces in. I don't know. This is way too much work for me. All right, we're going to open up 1 and 2. I have a funny feeling I'm not going to be enthralled with this, but let's go. You never know. I see 2 here. Does anybody see 1? This is all of it, I think. Oh, it's double, is it double layered? How does this work? I don't see a 1 anywhere. What am I missing? 21. 10, 18, 11, 14, 22, 23, 19, 7, 12, 16, 15, 24, 9, 3. No, I don't see a 1. What is this? Oh, I see how it is. They've got it. I do not like this at all. Maybe you're supposed to take this apart and put it in that stand-up thing. I don't know. This is way too much work for me. Okay, let's get 1 out of here. This is probably paintbrushes or something like that. Yeah, this is way too much work for me, guys. All right, we're going to open up 1 and 2. I don't know. Grabie, what have you done? It's all a surprise anyway, and then we'll get busy. So I have a funny feeling I'm not going to like this box. What do we... Oh, maybe I will. Christmas mansions. This is oh, you know what? This looks like it's a project box. So here's Christmas mansions. Here's January. Okay, this goes through the year because there's December. So I don't know if y'all can see that. I've got glue on my fingers. I apologize. So we're coloring or we're painting. This is watercolor paper. Oh, this is cool. If I had the time to sit and do this, which I don't, but these are kind of cool. Maybe I'll just hand these out and y'all can do them. Yeah, what does this say? Reading tracker. Okay, so we have got artwork. Yeah, I have a funny feeling this is going to be an art advent calendar. So let's, what is this, crayons? Maybe this is paint. Yep, paint. There we go. Watercolors. That's what this is. Okay. Watercolors. All right. Yeah, I think it's going to be an art Grabie Advent calendar. So let me know if y'all, if anyone out there purchased this, let me know. So we're going to use this. So I'm guessing the third day is probably paintbrushes. Yep. That's what we're going to be doing. And then here's extra watercolor pages. Oh, here's a water pen. If y'all know Tim Holtz, how he has the water pen. So you're going to take this, you're going to fill this up with water. You're going to use that in your colors, and then you're going to do your watercolors. That's what this is. Okay, well, you know what? I might get around to that sometime. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe when I'm up in the mountains, or maybe not. But, okay, Grabie. Well, so far, I'm not dying of excitement here, but they are cute. I mean, if you're an artist, this is cute. I mean, I have to admit, it is cute. But I'm not an artist, so we shall see. Paintbrushes tomorrow. What do y'all think? Yeah, paintbrushes. Okay, so let's get to what I consider fun, which is this. The last month that we need to do. Remember, we put this together December. We've got a little star Brad there, super cute. And then this is what I had decided to do when we did it. So we have some rub-on flowers. So it's kind of a botanical butterfly theme. Now, where do I have flowers? I've got some flowers here that we could use, and some right here, although I want to stay away from the pink, so that's not going to work. But let's see what we can make with this. So I pulled out some things that I thought we might want to use, and wanted to kind of get a little head start so you don't have to sit there with me, even though it's probably still going to happen. I'm going to be, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, you know. But I have a third piece here. So that, we know we're going to have that as a pocket. So let's, well, we may need a brad. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're back to that again. So if we do something like this, we've got a little Tim Holtz. We have a whole lot of Tim Holtz. All of this fits with what we're doing. I don't believe this is Tim Holtz, and I don't think it's a sticker. And this is Tim Holtz. This is super cute. So maybe this would make a nice tag to put in there. And then I pulled the bird's nest. I thought I had two sizes of the bird's nest. I have such, you know, I cleaned up my mess, and then I've just made another. So, oh, here's some more stuff I had pulled. Yep. So I made a mess, and then I made another mess, and, you know, that's how it is. So I thought, I was pretty sure I had a smaller bird's nest. I know I did. It went away, so maybe we should be, that is just too big. Maybe we won't use a bird's nest then, because I am not seeing the original one. Oh, I found something else I had been looking for. So, yeah, I am scattered, aren't I? I'm all over the place. And I pull, here it is. Yeah, we can't use this one. It's too big. Let's put that in there. I don't think it went in there. I think it went in here. Way too big, but we've got this one. So we could do that. And then I did pull a bird. We could, I don't really know that I like that. You know, I might. think I want this on there. All right, let's play, guys, because we'll be sitting here all day, which we don't want to do. So some of you have asked me, and you're all excited about the, I think I'm going to call it a mystery journal supply surprise. I think that's what, because it is going to be a surprise. I think that's what I'm going to call it. And I know you're excited for that. So I want to do this. And I don't want the pink. So I know that. Do I want... maybe something like, ooh, yeah, I think we're going to do that. Okay. Yep, we're going to do that. There is 0 pink in that. Okay. Yep. Let's just start. So I'm hoping everybody had a fantastic Thanksgiving. I cannot believe October's over. Ooh, here comes the shred. And that November is over. These are if the summer here would go by as fast as these 3 months go, having to tolerate that heat wouldn't be so bad. I really wish that was a possibility, because these 3 months fly. And I know it's because we're busy planning, decorating, and I'm just amazed. Now, do we want this to be a pocket? We have 1, 2, 3. I don't think we need it to be. So let's just glue this down. And I'm trying to think of my brads, if I have anything that might go with this. I mean, this month will be over before you even know it. And then we're all kind of sitting there wondering what happened. Seriously, what happened? Now, I know we want this guy here. And so I just thought the bird looked funky. Ooh, I kind of like that though, but where's the bird? Let's put a little color on him and see if we like him better. And then I want to talk to you about the mystery pick. I think we're going to, that we are going to do that. We are. But while I have the ink out, I'm going to go ahead and ink some things. And then we can be talking. And it's a no-brainer for me to ink. So I'm thinking I can tell you how it's going to work. So there's going to be 2 tiers. And I haven't completely figured the tiers out, but I'm thinking the first tier, you get 20 pieces, 20 picks for $26 and plus postage. And so what I'll do is I'll have about 40 to 50 items. And some of those items will be multiples. Like if you get postcards, it'll be more than 1 postcard. If it's like vintage dictionary paper, there'll probably be anywhere from 3 to 5 pieces. It just depends. Paper clips the same way. So I have to sit down, I have to organize everything and go through what's going to be included in that tier. And then I have to inventory it all, and I have to have strips of paper with, let's say, paper clips. So that it'll be a lot like the Friday giveaway, where those 40 to 50 pieces of paper will be in a container. And if you order, then you get 20 pieces. So I'll shuffle it all up and I'll pull out the pieces one at a time, and then I'll pull whatever it is that you win. So you will have all of that supply sitting here. Now you're not going to know what it is until I do a video, because as they sell, I will do a video showing me pulling it out and what it is that you got. So that's what it's going to be. And then I think the tier, and I'm just not positive about this, will go up to, I don't know, 40 pieces, like double. 40 pieces for, I haven't figured out that price yet. So that's where I am. So if you think about it, I have to do the strips of paper. I have to organize all my supplies and match it to what's in on the strips of paper. I don't even know if I'm making any sense. But anyway, guys, it's in my head. I'm gathering my supplies now, and I need a factory to put all this stuff in. It's a lot, but it would be really, really fun. And then as they sell, they'll be listed in my Etsy shop. And then as they sell, I'll do the reveals on a video. So let me know what you think about that. I really think it is going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it. And we all love surprises. I'm trying to get it organized and done so that I can, I'd like to get it in my shop this month. And we'll just go from there. And I have to put together one of them to get an idea of what the postage is going to be, because I don't have a clue. But I think depending upon what I draw, hopefully a lot of it can go like in a manila envelope or a padded envelope. It's going to be US only to start with. It's going to be US only because postage outside of the country is just so ridiculous. It makes no sense. So I think let's go ahead. Do I want brads? I've got little brads on there, and I'm thinking maybe we should. I don't know that I want the pink. All right, let's just put this down. So that's where it's going, and I really think it's just gonna be fun. I've got a huge assortment of supplies, and so you know, some supplies are more costly, so they will be in the larger one than the small, and not the smaller one, but the smaller one will have plenty of things to offer that are super cool. So I'm really excited about that. I put that there. Do we want a brads up here? I think we might. And I just noticed I put glossy accents on these. Or Nouveau Glaze. It could be Nouveau Glaze. So do I want to do? I think I do. And I'm looking. I had tiny mini brads here. And I'm like, where did they come from? Little mini brads. I think it may have been off of here. Let's see. Yep. So let's use a couple of these just to kind of tie it in. Super cute. And we need to punch holes. So you know what we need. And I had lost this and just found it. So that's good. And I have been fighting this cold. I had back-to-back colds, that's just not fair. I don't know where that came from. Back-to-back colds. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. And then we'll have to put tape on this because it'll be a pocket and we don't want this getting wrapped up in whatever cards we put down in that pocket. So there's my little trusty. Let's flatten this out. And then I think I'm just going to use 2 little bits of Scotch tape just to go over there so that when you put something, a tag or whatever in there, you're not going to have an issue with it catching on those brads. And then I think we can, yeah, we needed that. And I need to get the little die cut machine out so that we can cut that tag. And it doesn't look like we are going to be putting any flowers on the outside of this. Any little rub-ons. I don't think I have anything tiny to put on there. Or do I? We might. I could put one on this. Let's take this out. I wonder if this would go. That might go. Let's try this. This one, I kind of like this though. Let's take this one. See if it'll fit. I think I got these at the dollar store a long time ago. So can I do this? Doesn't really show, but that's okay. It's kind of enough to make you think, ooh, there's something there. What is it? Yeah, that's cute enough. That'll work. And I don't have anything that would go like up there. So let's put him back. He needs to be there because he fits right into the theme. He's pretty cool. It's a little bit tighter because of the brads and the tape. But that's good. And then on here, maybe we can put, I'm going to put this lemon one. Doesn't have to be flower, just a botanical, right? And then we will die cut that tag. And we'll decorate that tag. That's pretty. That works. And then do we want like a butterfly on this? Yeah, that's pretty. Look at that. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Okay, and then this butterfly might be too big. No, I think that'll work and I like him. But he's a sticker, so here we go. Ooh, almost, yeah, I've got it. Yay. That worked. So what do you think? That's cute. That is super cute. So that is going to go in here like this. And then let me get the die cut machine. And this is my little guy here, my little Sizzix. Hopefully this is on camera. run this through. So I am filled up for journal kits for all of next year. So I'm very happy. Because everything is going to be bigger and it's going to take me longer. So I want to thank you for your support. And I hope that you will love what it is that I have planned. I am already working on the journal kits for January. And I'm really happy with that. So, let's see. Oh, that looks really good. Okay, so now we want something on here, and I think I would like a pull. And I think okay, let's put a botanical on here and then see what we want to do. Oh, and I think this one would be really pretty. So let's cut this out, and then let's get a number from you know where I like to go get my numbers. If you don't have numbers, you can make numbers. You can just take a pen and do your own numbers. I think we'll go like that. And then I've got so many supplies sitting here. I'm so excited about doing this mystery journal supply thing. Seeing how it'll work. You know, because every time will be completely different. I don't know what you're getting. You don't know what you're getting. That just makes it fun. Okay, we want a longer one, so I think either one of these would work. Or do we want something dark? Maybe that's way too big. Those won't work. Oh, we could use, I wonder if that's too fancy, that one. Is it too fancy? Nope, I think this is gonna work. We're gonna use this. This right here. Okay. I'm gonna put it right there. Oh yeah, that looks good. Now I'm gonna ignore this. I was at first thinking I'd put string, but I think I'm gonna do a butterfly instead. So let's pick one out. And I'm not sure that I like that guy. I mean, that looks good, doesn't it? How does... That's way too big. Looks way too big. No, he doesn't show up very well. Is this a sticker? This is why I need a tweezer. No, I don't like it. I mean, I don't like it. Why? I don't know. I just didn't like it. I think maybe... Did we try this guy? Probably driving you nuts. You know, I don't like all that up there. So I think we're going to go with either this one or this little guy. Is this like, you can't be too big. That's just cute. Oh, I think I like it. You know what? He just fits better. He looks better. So, like Charlotte. Let's not make it harder than it has to be. because we're going to glue this guy on. We're going to put these guys back unless we use them for something else. Yeah, we're going to do this. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to go around this like that and not worry about where on the butterfly to glue him. So we're just going to do this. Is it going to work? We want to like it. I think it's cute, and I think it'll work. So let's get this off. That's cute, right? So we're going to put that like right in here. We're going to put this, maybe what we should, well, should we put this behind? No, I think maybe, let's put this behind. Let's put this up here, like that. We need another one. I think it's screaming for this. It looks like I cut into this. Well, I cannot cut a straight line for anything. Let's round this. Maybe it'll look straighter. And then, yeah, he is a little bit cut. So what do we want to do about that? I think I will. And then that will take care of that part that is cut, because it'll be glued and it'll be attached to something. So it'll be okay. So we're going to use that. We're going to use this. That'll work. Just like that. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe. So it's not so white. Okay, so we have this. We know we want this in here. Like that. We have that. We don't want these guys. What else do we want? Do I really want to put pink on here? I don't think I want pink. Nowhere do I have any pink. So I'm kind of thinking pink, but these cards are cute. I could leave it, but you know what? We're going to do it, and I'll tell you why we're going to do it. We're going to do it because this is my box, my vintage box, and it's all the things that I like. So because of that, I think it makes sense to put as much of what I like into it as I can. And I like this, so I think we should. And do we want this back here? I think so. We'll put that back there, and we'll do this one, and we'll put it in the way back, and we won't do that. Because that just, it doesn't go at all. And I'll show you what I was thinking with that. I could take a brad. Let me distress this a little bit and see if it makes a difference. It'll tone down the colors just a little bit. I could take a brad. And I could attach it to the calling card. I think I will. I just think it'd be cute. I think I will. Okay. So let's poke a hole right there. And we're going to use the same little brad because that's what we used in the other one. What's the top? I just know what a nightmare it would be if all these little guys went flying. Okay. Let's see, where's my hole? Put it up to the light so I can see through it. I really wanted to use that little bit of twine that I had because that was the last piece of twine. And I thought, ooh, I'll use it for this. This little piece of twine here is the last piece that I had. So yeah, that works. That looks good. I'll put him back here, him over there, him back here, and then this coming down over like that. So you have a butterfly. Yes, that looks good. What do y'all think about that? I think that looks good, but I think on here, I'm going to nouveau glaze these eggs. So, what I mean by that is I've got this nouveau glaze, and it'll just make them stand out. Nouveau glaze didn't used to come with a stopper in it. So, let's just see. I've got so much glue on my fingers. There shouldn't be a clog because there we go. All right. So I'm just gonna, it'll give it more of a three-dimensional look. I'll hold it up to the camera. See if I can get this little guy back in here. There we go. I think I did a nouveau glaze in one of the kits. That was fun. I should put a nouveau glaze in the surprise thing. It just keeps growing and growing. That's the problem. But see that? It gives me a little bit of a three-dimensional look. Oh, that's cute. I can't put it in though because that's got to dry. So guys, this is, I don't know whether to be really, really happy or kind of sad. This is the end of it until we start doing tags. And, you know, I've got the die cut, so I'm just going to have to do a bunch of tags. And so what that's going to look like and where that's going to go. And then I think the box will be done, because I think it'll be impossible to get anything else in this baby. So we're not completely filled up, but I think once we start putting tags, and what that's going to look like is you'll come in here and you'll have these pieces that we did, but then you'll have a tag and whatever it is that we do with the tag. But doesn't she look great? And then, you know, when I look at this one right here, and I love it so much with the lace, that I'm thinking maybe I will go back to my idea of doing a lace every month. That might be really fun. So that is it, guys. We did the Grabie. We spoke a little bit about what's coming in the way of the supply kits, and we finished this. So I just want to say thank you, everyone, for all of your support. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.